everybody, it's Dave Cohen. Wild Country 96.5 is another fantastic virtual broadcast. I am here with Lisa Brown, the CEO president of CST Group, that's Computer Support and Training. And I hear, Lisa, that there's a congratulations in order. You're celebrating your 20th anniversary.
Yes, Dave, we are. 20 years. It's been a long 20 years, but we made it. We're hoping for 20 more.
So how are you going to be celebrating?
We are doing a customer appreciation day from 4 to 6 today with some wine and cheese. We're doing prizes on the half hour. There's a big raffle. We're giving our clients some cool little gifts when they come in. So just want around. We are in a new space. So we are in the same building. So we're at 4171 State Route 11. Which is the east end of town, but we are purchasing this building. So we are in our future rental space, which is where the party is being held, so that it'll give people an idea of the space that we've got. So we've got lots of room for everybody, so we'd love to have people come down and check it out.
Sounds a whole lot of fun. Now, what types of products does CST Group offer? I mean, so many people are, working from home, so I'm sure you do stuff remotely, you do stuff in-house as well.
Yeah, so we're a tech company, right? So basically what we do is we service small to medium business. Although we do have some residential clients, most of our clients are truly small to medium businesses. They fit in the category of they're not big enough to really require a person, right? They don't need a full IT person on their staff. What they need is just somebody to call when stuff goes wrong. And they need somebody to ensure technology is safe and secure, and they want to make sure they're complying with all of the HIPAA regulations and the state and federal guidelines on cybersecurity policies. So that's basically what my company does, and we do it all kind of remote. So we have a piece of software that we drop in, and that software ensures that our clients are complying with everything that they need to do to make sure their systems are safe. Plus, they get the entire team. So if there's something that goes wrong, it's a quick phone call.
Right. Now, can you go over how you've been working since the pandemic has started?
Yeah, absolutely. So we manage about 800 computers, and of that, the clients that we have existing on our managed service plan basically contacted us when COVID hit and said, look, we have 40 staff that all need to go home. And we need them still working. And how can we make that happen really quickly? And the great thing about having our products is the fact that we can very quickly deploy remote services. So we have spent the last, since March, ultimately, ensuring that everyone can work from home, that they can still access their stuff, they still have access to all of the devices and technology that they had. They were sitting at their desk. And so we've been super busy trying to get everybody working remote and doing that in a secure fashion, because as you know, everyone's now bouncing off of their home routers and their home networks, and along with all of the kids, right? Because the kids all came home too. So we want to make sure that every one of our clients was able to remotely work in a secure fashion. So we've been super busy here.
I'm sure. And speaking of cybersecurity, we hear a lot about the dark web. So is there a way you can tell us what that's all about?
Yeah, and actually, I'd like to show you in just a few minutes, but basically, we are concerned that clients' information is on the dark web, and basically what that does is I know people are out there and they've received phishing emails, right? They've seen emails from Amazon that aren't really from Amazon, and they've seen packages, right? They've gotten an email that says a package was unable to deliver, right? And so those are phishing, scamming emails, and what that indicates to me is that their email is probably being sold on the dark web, and hackers are purchasing that by the hundreds and thousands.
Wow.
And then they're using that to gain personal information. That way they can steal your identity, and they can get into your bank accounts, and they can set up accounts in your name that you know nothing about. So we offer an option here for dark web scan protection. But what we're going to be doing tonight is we're offering free dark web scans to any company that comes in and has a glass of wine with us and comes and celebrates, right? We're bribing them with cheese and wine.
That's what
Come on down because we're going to do dark web scans, and I can actually show you what a scan looks like if you have a few minutes, so that people will know what we'd like to see the scan come out for.
absolutely. Please do.
Okay, so let me share up my screen really quickly. And you're going to see that this is basically our dark web monitoring. Do you see that?
Yes.
Beautiful. So what's going to happen when somebody comes down and says, hey, I want my free dark web scan? We ultimately type in their domain. So I am going to use Malone Town. Now, the town of Malone is a client of mine. They've been a client of mine for probably close to 20 years. So they've been with me a really long time. And our services are with the town. So we are a managed provider for them. We ensure that their technology is safe and that everyone is surfing correctly, and we protect them. But what we do is we actually type in the domain of the company, and this will tell us whether or not they are on the dark web. And that would be anything website related, and it would be anything email related. So we know whether or not town employee has their credentials on the dark web.
Okay.
We monitor this for them. So basically, I'm just going to search. What I'm going to do is produce a report for me. And that report is going to look a little bit like this. So let me show you this guy. And basically, they'll walk out with this. I can email this report to them, or I can print it before they leave. So they'll have this report before they go. And basically, it was prepared for the Malone town. And that is the town of Malone's domain, right? That's where you would go to find information about the town. You can see that as of right now, they have 0 exposed credentials. So we'll love to see that. This is what I need every report to look like. So this will tell me whether or not credentials are out there for anybody with that domain. And it's great information for companies to have. How at risk are they? And I will tell you, about 95% of risk is exposed via employees.
Wow.
Because they click on things, right? They click on things thinking that it's nothing when in fact it is, right? And oftentimes things look real, and it's hard to differentiate between whether that email is a valid email coming from the real company or the real person, or whether or not it's bogus. So this is the town. We do keep them safe, so obviously they're going to be at a 0 exposed. But it does take you through the external threat intelligence, whether they've got the privacy laws in place. And I will tell you, Dave, right now with COVID, the cybersecurity risks have escalated to a level that is out of control, just because right now our defenses are down. And so we're struggling with keeping up. We're struggling with making sure that the patches are done, and the security is in place, and the scans are done. So this kind of report is great for us to be able to determine. And anybody that comes down today will get this free dark web scan. It's great information to determine whether or not that company has been compromised. And if anything was found on the report, it would truly tell me the date that it was exposed, the email that was exposed. It would even present us with the password that was exposed. So we would know whether or not that was a valid password. And then down at the bottom, it does kind of take care of some of the credentials that are compromised, whether that be phishing and watering holes and malvertising, which is that great advertising that you think is real when in fact it's not. So this report is free. We're doing this dark web scan all evening. So we're hoping people will come down and let us scan and see what kind of risk they're exposed to.
Absolutely fantastic. It's very in-depth, and obviously you've been keeping your clients safe and fixing anything that has needed to be fixed. So it looks very comprehensive, and something that actually a layman could understand based on everything that's been explained. So this is really
For sure, we're super excited about being able to do that, and it's current, and it kind of gives the client the knowledge that they need to be able to do we need to train our staff? Do we need to give our staff some additional security awareness training? Is it at risk? And it kind of will tell you who's been clicking things and what risk they're exposing you to. So it's super important now in today's climate.
Absolutely. We've been talking with Lisa Brown from CST Group and celebrating their 20th anniversary, wine, cheese, and a ton of information for you until 6 o'clock tonight. Head on over, help them celebrate now. Lisa, before I let you go, I have to ask about updates, patch deployments, because you get those pop-ups all the time. You get those messages, and some people are just like, I'll do it later. What is so
Right.
nice about the updates and the patch deployments?
Yeah, so the updates that happen for every computer basically get deployed from their vendor. So in most cases, it's Microsoft. So Microsoft sends out fixes for problems. So they have always admittedly said, we have holes, right? And we're trying to discover those holes, and we're sending you the fix for that. And so if a client never does those updates, then it's putting their technology at risk, not by any employee, but just because the updates aren't being deployed. So there's many risks that can occur. So we would prefer that they not just ignore those little notes in the notification area, right? We prefer that they act on that. And we get it, right? We get the fact that it's really hard during the day to say, oh my God, yes, run the updates, right? We all get super discouraged with it. Our software actually will run those, the updates, the patch deployments, it runs all of the scans, and it does it after hours. So we never have to interrupt your day to run and make sure that those patch deployments, the updates, and the scans are all happening, because it happens when you're at home. So we want to make sure that those things are happening. Super important on the cybersecurity side. Make sure that your systems stay up to date. So don't ever ignore those, right? We don't want those ignored for too long.
Right. All right. Well, thank you very much, Lisa Brown from CST Group. How can people get a hold of you?
Dave, we are obviously here celebrating for today. They can call my office at 518-483-4100. So 518-483-4100. They can always swing in 4171 State Route 11. I'd love for people to come in and check out our new space. We have some great ideas and it's exciting. And they can visit the website at cstsupport.com. All the information is there.
Great. Thank you very much. Lisa Brown, the CEO, President of CST Group, Computer Support and Training. Lisa, thank you very much for this virtual broadcast.
Thank you, Dave. Have a great night.
It's Dave Cohen with Wild Country 96.5.